So, as you can tell, things didn't quite hold up the way I thought they were. Which I knew that was going to happen eventually. But, yeah, it's a bit of mud. Actually, there's a lot of mud. Which caused this to happen. So, now I guess I'm going to finally do this the right way. Dad's hooking up the welder, so I'm going to take this shit apart. And I'm going to weld the motherfuckers properly this time. Because now I don't have to worry about emissions. Woohoo! Now to clean up all this exhaust putty crap that I got on there before. Got to make it a flush surface and drill out those holes. Hooray. Damn, that's a lot of mud. Making custom brackets. Woohoo! Then we gonna weld this son of a bitch together. Alright, here's the first attempt at me going to do stuff. This is my custom bracket. Cut it down to a better length so it'll hang higher. And we're going to see how this old thing works. If it still works. So this will be interesting. Welding again, yay! Stick welding at that. Well, that turned out to be a bracket. That worked pretty well on a stick welder. That didn't. That was only for like a second or two. So fucking hard to strike an arc with that damn thing. But, I don't know. I'll have to try a different one. 60-10 stick welding on 135 because this thing keeps dropping down randomly. Not the way to do it. I might try a little bit more, and probably gonna stop, because unless I can get away if 60-13 is a little easier. These are really old rods. Alright, and there we have all this side welded up. Doesn't look pretty, but I ain't gonna be looking at it, and besides, it'll be covered in mud. And this side. This side had a big fucking hole that just kept going and going. But again, this is gonna sit on the top, so no one's gonna see it. Ha ha ha. Except you guys. Alright, so that part's welded, and I'm just gonna clamp that part so it's easier to put in the car. That side's good, and then this is the only side left where I gotta attach my bracket, and then I'll cut the tip to length, and we'll be good for an install, I hope. Alright, we've reached step 1 of the bracket. As you notice, it sits at a slight angle to match the angle at the other pipe. Welded it from the back so that the front is smooth. I also cut off the excess tube with a grinder. Sanded everything so it's not super sharp, gonna kill you instantly. And the last step is to weld this piece. But before I do, I'm gonna match it up. I'm gonna put it in place, do a mock test, and figure out the angle, because that thing can still pivot a little bit. So I'm gonna pivot it just right, weld it up, and then we should be solid. Alright, there it is, the final weld. Everything is solid and done. So I would put it on now, but it's starting to drizzle and I need to put everything away. So you'll get to see a nice fitment when there's daylight out, hopefully. Woo! If you're curious, the successful number was low power at 70 amps and 6013 was my rod of choice. I'd like to call that pretty flush. So she's ready to go on. Gasket and bolts, bolting surface, and sliding surface. Let's do this. Oh, look at that. Secured she be. And the gasket's in the middle. So that's it right there. That looks like it's gonna hold nicely. Everything's pretty straight. And then that's got plenty of room to slide back and forth. And I'll clamp that down just at the end. Looks like the hanger is doing its job. I gotta tighten that upper bolt, but it hangs. Cool. Just thought I'd show you guys. There's a bolt in there now. Yay! Now it's more things. See how it sounds. Plenty of flow. Down a little bit right there. That's a little leak. On a little leak somewhere over here, but very, very tiny. Feeling a little bit somewhere, but I think that's because the pipe's cracked. And there's a little bit over there. I don't know. Overall, it's together. A lot better than it was before.